What's good, YouTube? It's your boy Av, and welcome to The Block, where we talk about all things anime and manga that's going on right now. And in this video, I wanted to talk about Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, because if y'all didn't know, we 2 chapters into the Boruto time skip right now. And I'm sorry, but if you don't know about that at this point, I don't know what you got going on. Y'all better go ahead, read that chapter. And if you haven't read Boruto yet, go ahead and read Boruto, Naruto Next Generations, and then hop on that time skip wave. You feel me? We got a lot of chapters coming in. We got 2 chapters in so far, and I wanted to talk about that in today's video because there's a couple characters that we've seen so far, I haven't seen so far in the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex, and I wanted to talk about those characters. So for this video, I want to talk about the top 6 characters that are missing in the Boruto time skip. But before we do that, y'all make sure y'all hit that like button, man, hit that subscribe button if you like what you see, if you like what you hear, bruh. I'm gonna be here for the long haul, man. Gonna enjoy myself, talk about all these things. I got a lot of other series that I want to talk about, and if there's any series that are new or series that you don't see other people talk about that you'd like me to get into, feel free to let me know in the comment section below. Feel free to hit me up and I'll see what I can do, man. I'll see what I could talk about and shed some light on those, underrated series, because I definitely like myself a little underdog when it comes to this anime and manga stuff. But without further ado, let's get into this video, man. So at number 6 in the first entry on this list, because we're going from the least to biggest missing characters in the Boruto time skip. So for the first one, we're gonna go with Ino. Now, Ino has been present in a lot of big, major actions and major, events that happened in the Leaf Village, in Boruto, Naruto Next Generations. Every time we had a big threat that pulled up to the Leaf, Ino was one of the first people we always saw that was to alert Naruto, alert Shikamaru, whoever it was that was, present during those times to really, be alerted, like, hey, this person's in the village, hey, Momoshiki's in the village, hey, Ishiki's in the village. We've always had Ino be there and tell us what was going on, who was there. And we haven't seen her in 2 Blue Vortex yet. She's been available for us in Boruto Naruto Next Generations for the Momoshiki fight, for the Jigen infiltration when we first got Jigen pulling up to Naruto's house. We had also tell us about Ishiki coming to the village during the last fight against Ishiki later on in the Boruto series. And then in 2 Blue Vortex, we just haven't really seen much else of that going on. We even saw Ino let us know what was going on in the Cold Arc. The Yamanaka clan and everybody was trying to track Boruto's chakra. And Ino has just always been there. And for her to not show up in 2 Blue Vortex with Cold's Claw Grimes pulling up and Boruto coming back to the village and all that, for her to not be there, for her to just have these Yamanaka clan, family members, clan members over here trying to tell us that Cold and everybody was there, it definitely shook me a little bit, because I was trying to figure out, I'm like, yo, where's Ino? Isn't Ino supposed to be the head of the Yamanaka clan Century Division? And we just haven't seen her. So that was something that really surprised me a good bit, and I'm trying to figure out where she could be. But yeah, man, Ino is definitely, she not here right now, and I'm trying to figure out where she at. Hopefully we get to see her soon. But if not, maybe her not being here is a good thing, because we might be able to have Inojin finally step up and take the mantle of being, a fine sensory ninja, because we haven't seen too much of that in the series so far. But yeah, man, Ino at number 6. At number 5, we're gonna have to go with Sakura. Now, Sakura is a character that me personally, I wanted her to be the next Hokage after Naruto was sealed by Kawaki in the Daikoken dimension, but that didn't happen. Kishimoto ended up, making Shikamaru the Hokage, rightfully so. Shikamaru was Naruto's right-hand man. Shikamaru does, know the ins and outs of what it takes to be Hokage. He has been under Kakashi when he was Hokage and under Naruto when he's Hokage. So he's the most qualified person to be Hokage in that respect. I just personally wanted Sakura to be Hokage. I thought she would have done a good job not only leading the village as Hokage, but also being able to protect everyone, because with Naruto and Sasuke at the strength levels that they're at now, Sakura is definitely one of the more powerful people, if not the most powerful person that's obviously not a karma wielder or damn near Otsutsuki in the village like Ada and Damon and Boruto and Kawaki or whatever. But Sakura has all the capabilities to be Hokage. She's definitely someone that can keep everyone alive. She has, the Lady Katsuyu summoning the slugs. She has obviously the best healing that we've seen in the world. She's one of the strongest, if not the strongest, kunoichi in the world right now. So I thought that she would have been a great asset to the Leaf Village to be Hokage. But obviously with the recent events of the Boruto time skip, it makes sense why she wasn't the Hokage. I mean, her husband just aided the most wanted person in the village and probably the most wanted person in the world aside from Code to escape from the Leaf after he so-called killed the 7th Hokage. And then you have the fact that her daughter Sarada is one of the only people that don't believe that Kawaki is who he says he is. And then Sarada on top of that is defending one of the most wanted shinobis on the earth right now. So I can see where people wouldn't want her to be Hokage, wouldn't trust her to be Hokage. So I completely understand that. But Sakura in herself has always been someone very capable, and for her to not show up all this time, ask a lot of questions or begs a lot of questions from us as readers. But who knows? Maybe she was training Sarada during the time skip. Maybe she took some time off because obviously it's a lot on her mind. She's wondering why Sasuke would leave like that, and we have no idea why he would do that. So, Sakura probably has a lot of things going through her mind right now. She probably just wasn't, either emotionally, mentally, or whatever, fit to be Hokage at that time, or she just wasn't accepted by the Leaf Village citizens after what happened around her and her family being involved in the situation. So it makes sense. It definitely makes sense for her not to be Hokage. But that's number 5 for us on this list. Now, at number 4, I'm going to have to go with Kakashi Sensei. Now, I'm going to go with Kakashi because Kakashi was also someone who people thought was going to step back in as the Hokage after Naruto left. But there's obviously some reasons why Kakashi wouldn't be Hokage. One, mainly, he's obviously retired. He has said it to us multiple times that he's retired and does not want to assume that role as the Hokage. I can only assume he wouldn't want to be a Hokage again. But that's besides the point, because Kakashi at this point is probably feeling responsible for Sasuke leaving the village again, going down that path that he thought he was. So he's probably feeling responsible as a previous sensei to his student, who's a lot like him in many ways. But more so than that, Kakashi probably has another role to play in the series other than being Hokage. Kakashi probably is being the one to train Sarada at this current moment, because if you were reading the Boruto Naruto Next Generations manga, in the last chapter we all know that Sarada awakened her Mangekyo Sharingan. Now, whether she knows about this or not, that's something we're gonna have to find out later on. But I'd assume 3 years into this, she would know that she has the Mangekyo Sharingan. It's been seen before. There's other characters in the past like Kakashi who awakened it. Probably didn't know he awakened it, but ultimately would learn that he has it and learn to master it. And the one person in the village right now that could teach Sarada what it means to have a Mangekyo, how to use it responsibly, how to get the most out of it, the most potential out of herself, and be strong as much as she wants to be as everybody else, like Boruto, Kawaki, Mitsuki, and everyone else around her. The one person that could really do that for her, in my opinion, I feel like would be Kakashi Sensei. And if Kakashi was teaching Sarada after Sasuke went down that path, or supposedly went down that path again with Boruto, the one person that would probably feel responsible and want to keep her from going down that same path would be Kakashi. So I feel like Kakashi not being Hokage, it pretty much makes sense. It kind of makes sense. It would have been nice to have him step back in, but if he actually assumes the role as Sarada's new teacher for the time skip, I wouldn't be mad at that whatsoever. At number 3, I'm going to surprise a lot of people with this one, but we're going to go with Delta. Now, the reason I want to go with Delta mainly is because what number 2 is on this list. But for number 3, I'm going to go with Delta, and that's mainly because Delta hasn't been seen since one of the later chapters in Boruto Naruto Next Generations. I want to say chapter 77. I want to say 77, maybe 76, around there, when the, cohabitation mission was going on and everybody was supposed to live in the same housing situation with Boruto, Daemon, Ada, and Kawaki, when everyone was supposed to be there together. When Ada first arrived to the village, the last time we saw Delta was actually when Ada was pulling up to that housing situation with Daemon. And we had Sarada, Inojin, Shikadai, Chocho, and Mitsuki all basically watching that same home. And while Ada was pulling up, Delta actually ended up coming back to that same area where Sarada and everybody was with Sumire. And during that time, Sumire was there, and Delta was trying to go see Ada herself because obviously she had fallen under her charm. And Sumire wasn't having none of that, so she shut her down like a Windows, desktop computer back in the day. And we haven't seen Delta since then. Now, with the current events going on in the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex manga right now, Delta would be a really good asset to have as, a form of defense for the village, because right now we have a bunch of claw grinds, and we've already known that there's casualties going on currently in the village. A lot of people have already died. A lot of people have lost their lives and are currently injured and even worse. So we should be able to have as much, battle assets as possible. And that's what Delta was supposed to originally be before we found out, her past and who she really was in the Boruto Naruto Next Generations manga. So for Delta to not be present, especially during such a crucial time that the village really needs as much power as they can have, it's really surprising to me that Delta hasn't been brought back, especially being such an important plot point going forward in the series. Now, with that being said, now I gotta get into number 2 on this list, and number 2 is going to be Aato. Now, Aato is one of the biggest cards in the Boruto series right now. We found out his true intentions in the Naruto or Boruto Naruto Next Generations manga, and that's the fact that he is currently trying to revive his dead daughter, Akibi, however you're gonna say her damn name. But we all know that Delta is Amato's true daughter. Delta is the outcome of him trying to revive his real daughter, Akibi, but it obviously failed. She had an illness that he didn't know how to cure, and when he tried to bring her back, make a clone of her, his daughter, it never turned out the way it was supposed to be. So with that being said, Delta was ultimately made, and Delta has no personality traits of his real daughter. So he wanted to use Kawaki's karma as a way to bring back his daughter. And since then, we haven't really had too much information on what's going on with that specific plot point. And 2 chapters in to the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex manga, we still haven't seen Aato or Delta yet. So everyone's asking, where's Aato? What's going on with Aato? What's going on with this plot point? Because it's a big plot point, and Aato still has a lot to give to the series. I don't even think his true motive that he told us in the last series is his actual only goal and only motive that he has. I feel like there's more to this character, and I feel like we're going to ultimately see him sometime soon. But we haven't seen him yet. 2 chapters in, and chapter 3 is coming in a few days. So to not have Aato show up is a big deal. It's something that surprised a lot of people, including myself. And I'm hoping that we get to see him soon, see what he's up to, see that time skip design. We definitely got to see Aato, man. And that brings us to our number 1 missing character in the Boruto time skip, and that is Sasuke Uchiha himself. Boruto's teacher, Boruto sensei, and the one who left with Boruto at the end of Boruto Naruto Next Generations. Everyone's asking, where is Sasuke? All the Sasuke fans are crying. They think that he's dead. They think that he's gone. They think he got off screen, that he got disrespected like that. And honestly, I can't even be mad at that, because Sasuke has nowhere to be seen. He hasn't been seen anywhere since the series started, and Boruto all of a sudden gonna pull up. We already knew this was gonna happen, but he pulls up with Sasuke's cloak, Sasuke's sword, Sasuke's gloves, Sasuke's headband. He got everything on, but there's no Sasuke anywhere to be seen. And then on top of that, Code pulls up with a new scar on his eye. He pulls up and he's asking for Boruto, and Boruto can't even find himself to look Sarada in the eye, telling her to survive. So everyone's kind of scared right now. Everybody's kind of wondering what's going on with Sasuke. Where's Sasuke? And I don't blame y'all, bro. But all I got to say is Sasuke has to be seen. I don't think that he's dead. I don't think Sasuke got off screen. I don't think Kishimoto would do that to Sasuke. But Code does have Sasuke on his revenge list. So for Sasuke to be on death watch right now is messing with a lot of people's heads. And Sasuke is one of the most important characters in the series right now. So for Sasuke to not show up yet, or to not make his appearance yet, is bothering a lot of people, and rightfully so. But we should expect to see Sasuke soon, or at least see some kind of flashback of something to go with Sasuke and Boruto's new, path that they've entered in since the last Boruto Naruto Next Generation chapter. But we still haven't seen him yet, but hopefully we're gonna see him soon. But that's my top 6 missing characters in the Boruto 2 Blue Vortex time skip. Y'all let me know what y'all felt about this video, how y'all felt about my top 6, and if you felt like I left anybody out, feel free to let me know. I low-key did feel like I left somebody out, but this is the 6 that I could really think of that was really on my mind. And let me know if y'all feel like the order is wrong, if you feel like you would have put somebody ahead of somebody else. But let me know in the comment section below. It's been your boy Av. Welcome to the block, and I'll see you guys in the next one.